How's it going, folks? This is Aviel Leos from the Children's Court, coming to you live from Mission Control Studios. And today I wanted to go back in on the Hassan Campbell's topic. Hassan Campbell has been getting a lot of attention for seemingly no reason, like the negative attention that he's getting. I understand that a lot of these guys are angry at him because he's acting tough, but and I'm not. Again, I try to make it clear that I'm being objective and not coming to the defense of, but I have to observe things and speak about them the way I see them. A lot of these guys are just enraged at Hassan Campbell because of the way, and they're all black guys, of course, but the way that his demeanor is on camera is making them like ferocious, like attack dogs against this guy. And I wanted to point a few things out that are hypocritical of the people that are attacking him. For one, a lot of the guys that are claiming that Hassan Campbell sits on camera and talks about other men all day are obsessed with him. Like, if a lot of the guys that I watch, because whenever somebody has Hassan Campbell inside their title, people who watch Hassan Campbell tend to click it and listen to the hate, see if it's entertaining, call him lame, whatever the case is. So if you just look inside anybody's channel who's speaking on on Hassan, Tommy Sotomayor and Hassan Campbell, they kind of intertwine. I'm gonna make a video about that a little bit later. But getting back on topic, if you go on any of these guys' channels who are talking about Hassan Campbell, you will quickly see that they chronically talking about Hassan Campbell. So the notion that Hassan Campbell is making his living off of talking about other men on YouTube just seems like a poor choice of an attack on a man that you seem to be obsessed with yourself. Like, it's sort of creepy, the extent of the time given to Hassan Campbell in such a negative light, because he's simply voicing his anger at people that he has real connections with, if that makes sense. So let's take African Bambaataa for one. Allegedly, African Bambaataa, and I guess it's not alleged anymore, if African Bambaataa, admitted to it and was, ejected from the Zulu nation as far as any leader position is concerned. But he has a legit gripe with African Bambaataa for molesting him when he was a kid. That's one person that he talks about for a legit reason. Another person is him and Sarnetta have issues. They have real life issues. So when those two go back and forth and they're talking about each other, they're acknowledging that they have a problem with one another. Those are legit problems. That's a legit person that Hassan Campbell would talk about. And his channel is, the sub attraction to his channel is the drama that he has with the people that he has issues with. And one more person would be Tommy Sotomayor. Those two have online back and forth. They both acknowledge each other. They both insult each other. So he's speaking about people that he has direct issues with. He talks about maybe his sisters, some of his friends, some gangbangers he used to clash heads with when he was in the streets more before, you know, he went to jail and all that. These are legit topics for him to be talking about. So, again, going back to the beginning of what I was saying, for these strange men, and I don't mean it in, you know, disrespectful manner, but I'm saying these strangers to come just out of the woodwork, like they're just coming from everywhere on the internet, like forming like Voltron on this man, and it just seems so ridiculous because they are total strangers and they seem to be angry at him for being angry at the people that he has an issue with. It doesn't matter what he's saying, he has issues with these people. It just boggles my mind to understand why strangers are so obsessed and so angry at him for being angry at people that he has legit grievances with. And I'm not saying he's right in any of these situations. I'm saying that they're legit problems, legit issues that he has with real people. Most of you are strangers to him. He doesn't know you, and he's not even responding to you. He just chalks it up as haters because there's so many of you, and he just doesn't know any of you. You're just making videos, so it's crazy. Another thing is when people are saying that he should prove how gangster he is and he's not doing anything and why he ain't running down on anybody, it's like, are you, like, what point are you trying to make? You're trying to get this grown man with a family to come out and prove he's gangster by killing somebody, by like confronting some, like, what? I don't understand what exactly it is that you guys are trying to see happen. He's been in jail for murder. And again, it's subjective. This is a real conversation. He's been to jail for murder. Why? Whether you think he's a sucker that killed somebody or he's a real dude who killed somebody, why would you second guess that he would come and kill somebody when he's did it? He's done it already. He's been to prison for a decade for it. So it's just another thing. It seems like these guys are just doing it for attention, and that's what they claim he's doing it for. He's actually trying to bring awareness to child pedophilia, and again, he has his other gripes with these guys. This you know, nigga shit most of the time, but he's got real problems. Him and Sonetta's pulling out the joint on camera right now. Shit is getting thick over there. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere crazy, but I'm just saying, these are real situations, and these strangers that have whole channels dedicated to Hassan Campbell with a few other, you know, topics in there here and there. It's crazy to me. Again, and in the same breath that they're telling him he should prove himself and go out and do some crazy shit, nobody's actually confronting Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell makes videos walking through the hood. He makes videos driving through the hood. He's always talking about he'll meet anybody. Like, it's pretty clear that whether you believe him or not, he's ready to make you a believer. Objectively speaking, he seems ready and willing to meet up with anybody who dares to cross him. Objectively speaking, I'm not coming to this man's defense. It's just the truth. I don't see any righteousness inside the men that are attacking him just because he's acting too gangster on the camera. Who gives a shit? It's like, I think it's corny at times, but I think it's less than becoming at times, better to say. But it doesn't make me angry. It doesn't make me want to get on a camera and call him, you know, the B word 1,000 times and tell him, you know, what you'll do. The stuff is just radical. And again, nobody's confronting him. He hasn't been confronted by one YouTuber that's been, you know, talking about him. And on the other hand, he hasn't been confronted by any of the goons from the Zulu Nation. So obviously they understand who the fuck they're dealing with too, as opposed to him understanding that he's up against some serious motherfuckers. Excuse my language. I would advise him to not take the bait. Again, as I've said before, I believe he's a good dude. I can see goodness in somebody within 2 seconds. I can see if you're a demon in 2 seconds. This guy's got some goodness to him. He's obviously battling some things inside his own head, but he's on the right path with his family. He's getting money off YouTube, wherever else he's getting it, I have no clue, don't care. But he doesn't, trust me, some of the people that are attacking him, I've seen them, scum of the earth. So people that you wouldn't want your daughter walking home at 9 o'clock at night with them on the streets or anything of that nature. But he seems like more of an upstanding, honorable guy. Could possibly be a snake. Who knows? I'm just going off of face value and what I've heard so far. I would advise him not to take the bait, and I think a lot of people are saying that. Like, just keep getting your money. You got supporters out here. You got people that are following the movement. I enjoy the fuck shit, so I wouldn't tell him to stop the fuck shit. But I would also say keep the message in mind and don't let this spill over into the streets, because it seems like that's what most of his enemies want to happen. It seems like they want him to destroy himself, because they obviously have no interest in actually trying to make him prove he's the person he says he is. I believe a lot of them believe he's the person he says he is, but they're just trying to get attention off of YouTube. And again, so yeah, just wrapping it up. The majority of the people that are calling Hassan a clout chaser are actually people with several videos about him on their channel. More videos about him than anything else on their channel. I would take any of their criticisms with a grain of salt. Me, myself, if I had any problems with Hassan Campbell, I would probably try to voice them to him directly, but I don't know him. He's just a YouTuber to me. His business is not my business to speak on, and any YouTuber trying to direct me or the way or who I am or want to be would be insignificant to me. So I wouldn't even fix my lips to try and you know, come at him, especially in a negative manner, or anybody else about who they are personally, and on top of that, be angry about it. So, you know, people talk on YouTube. That's what happens today. You could call it what Dame says, chatty patties and all that stuff. This is what people do today. It's not 1995 when girls are gossiping behind their lockers and stuff. This is what happens today. People talk about different things on social media, and you know, I like listening to people talk about things, and I like talking about things. So with that being said, Hassan Campbell, his channel is dedicated to child pedophilia and the fuck shit that he's going through with people that he has issues with. Anybody angry about that and dedicating their channels to bringing him down should definitely take a look in the mirror. They're being very hypocritical. I'll probably get a lot of hate if this video catches on, but making people look at themselves, putting them in the mirror, destroys, you know, some people, because making people look at themselves and when they're ashamed of themselves, can be a terrible thing. So if you've got several videos attacking Hassan Campbell, then you're the person that's looking for attention, not Hassan. I'd like people to just take that into consideration when watching people that make these videos, because they are programming you subconsciously. They're not intelligent or anything. It's not like a mastermind situation. It's just that it's so much of it happening that you might lose the actual positiveness that's coming out of his channel. He's being attacked for being angry at a child pedophile. That's the thing that we need to take away from this. And with all that being said, I just wanted to get back on the Hassan topic, because I'm still seeing new videos about him, and it's just sickening. Because for me, it's terrible that somebody who came out, a grown man that came out and said somebody molested him, played with his body. As a grown man, that's something, that takes a lot of heart and a lot of bravery to be able to say, so you can stand against it. To me, the people that are attacking him for being angry about that, and maybe being a little bit dysfunctional up top, is disgusting. So let's just do better, folks. Alright, that's all I got to say for today. Have a good one.